Seth Johnson and I, the producer, we're going to hunt a Cape buffalo, a roan, and a golden wildebeest, all with a McWhorter 45 XML muzzleloader.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
This episode, we're doing something a little bit different in Smith Safari. Seth Johnson and I, the producer, we're going to hunt a roan, a Cape buffalo, and a golden wildebeest, all with a McWhorter 45 XML muzzleloader.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Macmillan Fiberglass Stocks, Swarovski Optic, Hornady Ammunition, and Borden Accuracy.
Seth and I were talking about how to make this safari different, and we came down that we were going to take the McWhorter 45 XML muzzleloader for this hunt. We had all the confidence in the world. It's crazy accurate, it's distance. It's got over 5,000 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle with a 325 grain bullet. It was going to do the job. One of the animals that Seth wanted to try with this McWhorter 45 XML muzzleloader was a Cape buffalo. Sean had been telling Seth about this monster Cape buffalo that had been running all over the Aragon, and Seth could not wait to try to get that 45 XML muzzleloader over there.
All right, guys, we are here in South Africa, and we're going to try something a little bit different. I have a McWhorter 45 XML with me, and we are going to try to shoot a buffalo, a Cape buffalo, with this thing. We know the bullet and powder combination has got enough energy. In fact, I'm shooting a 325 grain Pittman. Now this one's a special run. It's got a thicker jacket, solid core, designed for heavier, thick skin animals, dangerous game. It's got the aluminum tip for aerodynamics, but this bullet is going around 2750 out of the barrel, and it's got 5,450 foot-pounds of energy. So that's a bit more than a 375 H&H, and probably not as much as a 416 Magnum, but we're hoping it's enough medicine for a big old Cape buffalo. So had a long flight over, so we're going to sight it in and see how we're doing. So solid brass ignition system, 215 Magnum primer. All right, you guys ready? Ready? All right, I'm ready. All right, a couple of shots to get it all dialed in, but we finally cut the black there on our third shot. I think this will work for a buffalo.
It was a typical morning. We were out hunting plains game, and we spotted this Cape buffalo, and he was a monster. So it didn't take long for Seth to become hunter instead of cameraman, and the 45 XML was out of the gun case.
So a little excitement this morning. We're riding along, we look over and we saw a beast of a buffalo, and we quickly eased out and Got Lamar over here with a 416. I've got the 45 XML muzzleloader. And Sean says we're gonna make a giant loop and make a stalk on this thing, huh?
Yeah, I got a quick look at him, but he looks like an absolute toad.
Oh, I saw that boss and that big curl.
Big drop, yeah. So we got to circle quite a ways around, but with the beautiful thing, we're gonna have the sun behind us and the wind in our face. Very rarely do you get those two combos.
All right, let's go. I'm excited.
Honest, I can run faster than both of you. Okay.
As typical with a big old duggar boy like this, when they got down and they started to stalk and they thought they were going to be in position, the duggar boy was gone. So they had to get down and stay down and go down and find that track and then get on that buffalo, and the stalk was really on them. They'd been tracking a while, and finally Sean, with his eagle eye, he saw the sweep of one horn. He was up under in a mott, getting in some shade, and he was bedded down.
This segment is brought to you by Borden Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Borden Accuracy equals success.
Sean started this stalk with Seth right behind him. They got within 75 yards, got the sticks out. The 45 XML muzzleloader was on them. All we had to do was wait for him to stand up. And on cue, when that buffalo stood up, it was a sight to behold. The shot looked good, the shot sounded good. The buffalo acted good when the bullet hit him. We were all excited, but that bull ran off with a bunch of steam with a 325 grain bullet in it, almost like it didn't even hit him.
How'd it look? How'd it look? Okay. We're just gonna stand away. Let's see if we can hear it 10 minutes. All right.
Now here's the reality of hunting sometimes. We spent the next 2 solid hours tracking this buffalo. And a wounded Cape buffalo is nothing you want to have an encounter with. So everybody was on edge, but it was taking some time. After a couple hours of looking, we went back to the lodge and got the footage out, put it on TV. And unbeknownst to us at the time, about 5 feet in front of that buffalo was a branch. And when you slowed it down in slow motion, you could see that bullet hit that branch, and we were afraid it made that bullet tumble and it might not be the perfect shot. Knowing our situation now, here's where Sean and his professionalism of him and his trackers come into effect. These guys tracked that buffalo for miles. We were all thoroughly impressed with the accuracy of it, and it's just amazing to watch them do their work. Worst thing for a hunter is to lose an animal. Ethically, we need to make sure every animal gets dead if it's wounded. Finally, Sean and Seth found this buffalo, got it dead, but there just wasn't enough time to get cameras on it.
Well, Sean, today has been a long day. I'm telling you, this was one hard-fought trophy. We started this out. We saw him at daylight and snuck in there. Finally got a shot in on him about 9:30. We all were excited, fist pumping, high fives. We thought it was a great shot. Got on the track and 300 yards, no blood, running buffalo, right? We went back and looked at the footage, and probably 5 feet in front of him, the bullet perfectly clipped a twig. You couldn't hit it more perfect. And based on this impact shot here, it looks like that bullet turned and did not get the full penetration that it needed. And the rest of the story is that we spent the entire day tracking. Your incredible team of trackers. I don't know how far we followed this buffalo, a long, long way. We didn't get the kill shot, the final kill shot on film. It was just one of those situations where we play it safe. He was already hurting, and we just put him down ethically. You know, I had a goal of trying to shoot him with a McWhorter 45 XML. I think it would have done it if we wouldn't have that twig in the way, maybe, but we followed up with the McWhorter 416 and put him down. The rest is history, and what a magnificent bull. I've never seen bosses where it takes two of my hands to go across, and just huge curl, just a drop like you dream of. Guys, this is my, what, 4th or 5th safari with you? Sean Keeney Safaris, guys, he never disappoints, always puts you on incredible animals. I can't thank you enough, my friend.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Surge Pro by Biofac Crop Care, Ultimate Antler Deer Feed, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, and Mesquite Creek Taxidermy.
In my times previous with Sean, I'd always noticed the roan antelope. It always intrigued me. It's the biggest African antelope there is, and Sean has plenty of them. I was excited about the possibility of getting my first roan and using the McWhorter 45 XML muzzleloader. Luckily, it was early in the morning when we spotted these roan. We got off the rig, got the muzzleloader loaded and ready, and we had to do a stalk through some heavier brush. And just as we came out from that brush, the roan was standing there. I got on the sticks with the 45 XML. It was about 200 yards.
Hello folks, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about muzzleloaders, and we're not going to talk about just any muzzleloader, your daddy's or your granddaddy's muzzleloader. We're going to talk about the baddest muzzleloader on the planet, the McWhorter Rifles 45 XML. This is a bullet-to-bore 45 caliber muzzleloader that'll shoot a Pittman 325 grain bullet 3,100 feet a second. It shoots smokeless or it shoots black powder. Black powder is just as accurate, it's just not going to be quite as fast. Shoot the same bullet about 2,500 feet a second, and you're going to have to clean a little bit more. But most states let you use smokeless powder. Where you can't, you've always got the option to use black powder. So this gun is made for pre-sized bullets. We size all those at our shop, and we keep that on record, so when you call and order more bullets, we got you taken care of. And it's real easy to load. It's very safe. You always put your rod down in and make sure that your gun is unloaded. So it's unloaded. We're going to take our pre-measured powder charge and our funnel. That closes off all the muzzle brake ports. Pour it in slowly. Remove the funnel. Take our pre-sized Pittman 325 grain bullet and just seat it right to our seated line. It's loaded. We're going to put our rod back in. The gun's still perfectly safe because it's not armed. Now we're going to take bipod and let it down. And we're going to take our proprietary ignition cartridge. Shoots a Magnum 215 primer. This ignition cartridge is reusable as many times as you ever want to shoot it. Doesn't expand the primer pockets. You push that up, got your safety on, close it, and we're ready to shoot. So we know what it'll do. We're going to start out at 500 yards, 11 minutes. What kind of wind have I got there, Keith?
I see a slight right to left. Give me a dead hold.
All right, here we go. Woo! Right on the point of the shoulder. 500 yards. That's a piece of cake with these. These are easily 600-yard guns in capable hands with a little bit of instruction, right?
Absolutely, and like from me from a long-range guy, these are definitely the most accurate and truly a long-range muzzle loader. And like we've even had up to a 5-inch group at 800 yards with these, with capable hands and the right training and everything.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just a weapon. There's a lot of states that only have muzzleloader seasons, or they have shotgun seasons where you can use muzzleloader. This will outshoot any factory center fire out there. They're all guaranteed half MOA, and they'll even do better. At 100 yards, if you ever shoot a bullet that's not touching another bullet, you didn't make a good shot. So that's what they are, 45 XML, the baddest muzzleloader on the planet. And that's your downrange tip, brought to you by Allen and Keith and McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Tacticam, Leo Photo USA, Sig Sauer, Trigger Tech, Brux Barrels, and Hawkins Precision. This segment is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
I got on the sticks with the 45 XML. It was about 200 yards. I squeezed off the shot, and the sound of that 325 grain bullet hitting that animal was something to hear. I can still get excited when it's something new.
Yeah.
And this, I've only been 3 times. This is my 4th trip to Africa. I've never killed a roan. It's something new. And it's what you look forward to, this feeling.
Okay.
My rowing, what a trip, what a hunt, what a stalk, what a beautiful animal. I've said it before, you're gonna hear it one more time. This guy, his operation is the only way, as far as I'm concerned, to do Africa. You gotta come over here. He'll take care of you, and he's got quality animals, and we have numerous animals ever since we've been coming here that make book. So come with Sean Keeney Safaris, and this guy right here, you'll be shaking his hand saying thank you. Appreciate it, friend.
Thank you, sir.
We had 2 big animals down with the 45 XML. Seth wanting to reassure himself with that 45 XML after the fiasco with the buffalo. His last animal was going to be a golden wildebeest, and he wanted the 45 XML again. We found a really good one, and as we got down to get our stock, the 45 XML was in Seth's hands, and we started out. Sean, in this thicker stuff, had finally got us into position on 2 really nice golden wildebeest, but they were bedded down. So we got Seth on the sticks, and all we had to do was wait for them to stand up.
In the chest, hey? Straight down.
was exciting. That was exciting. What a beast. This is the elusive golden wildebeest. And we just took one down with a 45 XML muzzleloader. Snuck in here, got within 100 yards. They were laying down. I mean, it's odd because it's afternoon, sun's going down, but they would get up and move and lay down, get back up and move and lay down. We kept whistling at them, trying to get them stand up, and put it right there, said a little prayer, squeezed the trigger, and I came up after the recoil and you said, dropped him. That was music to my ears. Just an old bull. Sean Kinney Safaris, check him out, guys. You won't be disappointed. Thanks again, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
So throughout the years, Seth and Sean and I have become really good friends. This hunt, the 45 XML did great. Seth and I were talking about it, and we decided that we will not hesitate to take the McWhorter 45 XML back to South Africa.